Halo guys, hari ini kita lanjut live reaction Euro atau hajatan bola Eropa ya. Ini pertandingan antara Turki menghadapi Portugal ya guys. Eh, kita ini guys, sebentar. Kita pause ya. Ya sabar Sres, sabar ya. Seri. Nah, ini guys. Lagu kebangsaan guys, sabar. Tadi ya. Kayaknya
Ya pemirsa, baru saja kita dengarkan bersama bagaimana national anthem dari masing-masing tim Turki dan juga Portugal. Kita lihat bagaimana keakraban ya yang juga ditampilkan oleh kedua pelatih masing-masing tim, Mokala dan juga Martinez. Untuk jalannya babak yang pertama, Kesit, apa yang harus dipastikan oleh kedua tim?
Ya, yang pasti pertandingan ini akan berlangsung sengit ya, karena baik Turki maupun Portugal pasti akan sama-sama memiliki ambisi untuk segera lolos ke babak berikutnya.
bentar
Kita simak
guys.
dulu bagaimana line up dari Turki. Ada ya sang jaga gawang di sana dan menggunakan formasi 4-2-3-1.
Iya, 4-2-3-1. Ada beberapa perubahan termasuk juga di penjaga gawang yang kali ini diturunkan adalah Altay Biyindir. Sebelumnya Mergunov ya. Kemudian juga tidak ada nama di sisi kanan Arda Güler dan juga Kenan Yildiz.
Sabar ya guys.
Penggantinya Yunus Akgun, kemudian juga Karem Akturkoglu. Sementara di belakang nyaris tidak ada perubahan kecuali posisi dari Mert Muldur yang posisinya digantikan oleh Zeki Celik.
Ya, dan inilah dia kapten dari masing-masing kesebelasan. Ada Kalhanoglu dan juga Cristiano Ronaldo. Kalhanoglu kita tahu perannya juga sangat baik di laga menghadapi Georgia kala itu.
Betul, kapten kesebelasan Turki yang tentunya akan menjadi andalan di barisan tengah sekaligus juga kapten dari kesebelasan
Portugal. Ada kiper di sana Diego Costa dengan Mendes, Pepe, Ruben Dias, Joao Cancelo, dan tiga di tengah ada Fernandes, Palinya, Vitinha, dan Pero tiga pemain di bagian depan ada Rafael Leao, dan juga Bernardo.
Iya, seperti yang tadi sudah
kita mulai ya guys.
Tidak ada, hanya ada perubahan di sisi kanan ya. Diego Dalot.
Ntar lagi guys, sabar.
Kemudian masuk Joao Palinya yang akan bermain di sektor tengah, sementara Nuno Mendes ditarik ke sektor kiri pertahanan. Sebelumnya Mendes bermain di sektor kanan.
Baik, kalau gitu pemirsa, langsung saja kita saksikan bersama. Inilah dia pertandingan antara Turki berhadapan dengan Portugal dari grup F. Kami mengucapkan selamat menyaksikan.
Oke. Saatnya.
Portugal want to hit the ground running for this second game. It's Bruno Fernandes who will get the match underway for Portugal shortly. The countdown is on. We're less than 10 seconds away here in Dortmund. Slight false start there. And away we go. Second match in Group F for these two. Both having made a winning start and following the 1-1 draw between the other two teams in the group a little bit earlier on. We now know that if there is a winner in this game, they will not only reach the round of 16 with a game to spare, but they will do so as group winners.
Yeah, I'm interested to see Portugal. They played a 3-4-3 in their first game, or 3-5-2, and gone back to a normal back four, which they're used to. I mean, they was playing Bruno Fernandes deeper, Bernardo Silva further forward. It was all, it didn't,
Nah.
he was tinkering, I think, Martinez, but this looks like a balanced Portugal side.
He needed a win, didn't
Yes.
he, Vincenzo Montella, the other day?
I thought he did well. I thought he did well with his group. I think he made changes. He kept them going at a high level. They got control back of the game in the second half. And ended up with what looked like a comfortable win, but it was a real battle for them.
Ball up towards Rafael Leao.
Ini ya guys ya.
Turn there by Bruno Fernandes. And look at the space here for Bernardo Silva. Ronaldo's in the middle. In towards Cristiano Ronaldo. And it's a comfortable save and a comfortable first touch of the ball for Altay Bayındır, the Turkey goalkeeper coming into the team. But just an early indication of what Portugal are capable of.
I talked about perhaps Turkey might be a little bit more measured, and I think if that's anything to go by, they're certainly not going to be that.
Oke, ini dia pertandingannya guys. Enjoy the game.
In terms of when they regain possession and counter.
Well, I'll tell you what, that had Montella onto the edge of his technical area pretty swiftly.
I bet it did.
There's Ferdi Kadiolu, the left back for Turkey, into Bardakci. And Bayındır just completed his first season in England with Manchester United, signed from Fenerbahce, and only made one appearance all season in the FA Cup. So big day for him. And Pepe with the header back, the evergreen Pepe. He's like the Peter Pan of Portuguese football.
Yeah, incredible.
At 41.
Absolutely. I mean, to still be performing at this level at that age, I mean, in the general scheme of things, it's not old, but it is for a footballer, and not having the injuries and just keeping going. It's crazy, but they've got younger players in the.
Suara aman kan ya guys ya?
Wanting those shirts, so they've got to play well, the older players.
So Pepe away to the far side, and in case you're wondering, yes, he is the oldest player to have ever played in the Euro finals, and here he is. It's the 5th separate European Championship finals that he's taken part in. It is an extraordinary record of longevity. He and Luka Modric of Croatia have played in 5 tournaments, and Ronaldo's the only one who can top that. Ball collected on the near side. That's João Cancelo, who's been getting well forward, actually, notably on that attack in the opening couple of minutes of the game. When the ball was played to Ronaldo, João Cancelo was right up with him on the near side.
Yeah, I mean, he's used to that. I think he played on the left in the first game. He was drifting inside, but I think he's probably more comfortable there on the right. And again, Portugal just look balanced. Fernandes just behind Ronaldo, Leao out on the left, and Bernardo Silva out on the right.
Here's Bernardo Silva of Manchester City, challenged by Kaan Ayhan, and Kadiolu with a chance to try and bring it away, can't do so.
Lihat.
Lovely little touch into Bruno Fernandes. He fancies his chances here. Big block there, painful one as well, I think, for Bardakci, but he put his body on the line. And now Turkey hoping to try and break forward, but Kerem Aktürkoğlu's pass doesn't find Barış Alper Yilmaz, who leads their attack once more, the Galatasaray man.
Yeah, Haydn and Bardakci did really well against Georgia, and that's the question mark was about those 2 centre-backs. Could they cope at this level? And this will certainly be a test for them this afternoon.
Turkey venture forward. Here's Yilmaz. The support from Kukçu. And Turkey have a throw.
Yeah, it's the first foray forward.
They're claiming a handball there.
Looked like it, but
against Pepe. Little bit of space for Kaan Ayhan. Early optimism here for Turkey. It's in towards Aktürkoğlu. Ball played in by Yunus Akgün, one of those coming into the team today.
Just in that inside channel, Akgün, and found himself by himself, but the ball in just couldn't be connected with. But we've seen in that first game that Turkey certainly have a threat in that final third.
Shame we're not getting to see Arda Güler again today. He was brilliant, wasn't he, the other day against Georgia? He could have given Roberto Martinez and Portugal something of a headache. Outstanding winning goal, or second goal for Turkey against Georgia in their opening match. It's been described as a small injury that's keeping him out. So big shoes to fill then for Yunus Akgün today.
Yeah, I think that Montella has been quite pragmatic in terms of the games in this group. He probably recognises it will be slightly easier game in the final one than it is against Portugal, but it's a tournament game, everybody needs to be involved.
Good ball that from Bayındır to Kadiolu. Here is Hakan Çalhanoğlu. He's such a key figure for Turkey. Ayhan, lovely sweeping ball. This is Zeki Çelik getting up from the back, trying to set it up. Great chance.
This.
Kadiolu headed away by Ruben Diaz for Portugal. Turkey with Abdülkadir is down inside Portugal's net.
I'll tell you what, he probably should have scored. That would be my first reaction. They're going a little bit direct, a longer ball, but it's about making sure you get in front, and he certainly did that. He got right in front of Cancelo. Probably didn't really know that he was coming. He's got to finish it there, though. It's a massive chance for Turkey.
Couldn't make a clean connection there at Abdülkadir. He was the one who came on 5 minutes from the end of the 90 the other day and scored the third goal against Georgia on the breakaway. Early pressure from Turkey. Çalhanoğlu to take. Here's Akgün. Header away by Jean Palhinha.
Good to see him in the team, Palhinha. Just a little bit of calm at the base of that central midfield.
Well, in such a technically gifted lineup, the idea of having someone who's more of a midfield enforcer is quite important. He'll be prepared to sit in, and the ball given away by
Juaranya siapa nih kira-kira Euro 2024? Waduh, nggak tahu juga nih.
And Bardakci away, but not decisively so. Bernardo Silva, Cancelo, Ronaldo getting up high.
The width of the box is where Ronaldo is going to do most of his work. It's about putting the right ball in there. Perhaps Fernandes behind was in a better position. I don't know whether he shouted. It was a shout to Ronaldo, but you can see his reaction. It's a good response.
Aku sih dukung Prancis sama Serbia. Waduh. Ya, dua negara nih yang kamu dukung.
Here's Palhinha, plays his football with Fulham in London in the Premier League. Pepe.
Kenapa kamu dukung kedua negara Prancis sama Serbia, bro? The Beast.
Bernardo Silva, Ruben Diaz. And Cancelo just forced back by Ayhan, who's backing up Kadiolu.
Yeah, Turkey have not got the ball. Ayhan is dropping into the back four, just making a five, and just means that they're a little bit more solid against that front line of Portugal.
Now venturing forward, it's with Rafael Leao into the edge of the penalty area.
It's not a bad ball, that needed a depth of runners there from Portugal.
Akgün trying to get away. Big tackle there by Palhinha to nip.
Suara aman guys ya.
Yeah, it is, and I just, like I say, I think a platform from him, protecting the two centre backs. You know, we talked about Pepe and his age, and he wouldn't want to be a stretch and a runner in behind. Palhinha just stopping those balls in.
10th cap today for Altay Bayındır in goal for Turkey. Akgün with a little pass out towards the far side, and Çelik tussling for it. Here now is Yilmaz sending it forward. Turkey carrying a real threat. Pepe holds them up momentarily. Çelik trying to flick it through. Collected initially by Kukçu. Here's Kaan Ayhan. He hit the post against Georgia in the first half at that end of the ground the other day, but elected to try and set up someone else on this occasion.
Yeah, it's an important role for Ayhan today because, like I said,
Tes,
he's been into
tes.
the back four when Turkey don't have it, but when they do, he's got to get up there, and he was there. It could have been a better shot.
Cek, cek.
Pepe. Given away by Nuno Mendes. And a sloppy pass not taken advantage of.
Yeah, Turkey need to be better at capitalising on any mistakes. A mistake by Nuno Mendes, then they could have got themselves up the pitch quickly. They had 3 or 4 players, but they might not get that many chances.
There's Nuno Mendes once more. Good to see him playing. The 22-year-old only just turned 22. Only one appearance at the World Cup finals for him in Qatar. Injury ending his involvement after roughly 40 minutes. Over Diaz. And just dropping a little bit deeper is Vitinha. He's added some goals to his game in the PSG midfield this season.
I think he was the player of the match in the first group game for Portugal, which tells you all about his performance. A little magician in those central areas.
He's a handy player, isn't he, the number 23. Scored a goal in each leg of PSG's Champions League quarter-final against Barcelona. This is a nice, patient, tidy, promising move for Portugal.
Nice.
Floated across. Leao
Ush.
with the header back in. It's away off the head of Ayhan, and the clearance completed by Hakan Çalhanoğlu. Barış now is tussling away with Ruben Diaz. Free kick for Turkey.
Tell you what did well there. Yilmaz, absolutely no other Turkey shirts around him, so got as much as he could do. It's good play by Cancelo down the right-hand side. Vitinha recognised that was the space that needed to be attacked, but just couldn't get that proper connection in the middle.
Collected at the back by Samet Akaydin. Had a really good game as well on the first match day. Yilmaz away to Akun. Couture's well forward in the middle. Barış Yilmaz as well taking his place inside the Portuguese penalty area. Brilliantly won back by Fernandes.
He started off right, Akun, but just with 1 or 2 touches too many, then had to release it, but right down the right-hand side, Turkey.
Didn't have a great year actually, Yunus Akgün. He's just been on loan in the second tier in England with Leicester City. But I think Enzo Maresca, who's now the head coach of Chelsea, was saying that the player had struggled to adjust to the more physical nature of the English game. So that deal didn't become a permanent one at the end of the season. Here now is Abdulkerim Bardakci looking for
Ush.
Yilmaz, his Galatasaray club teammate. Comfortably dealt with by Diogo Costa. They'll take some beating. Portugal only conceded 2 goals in the whole of qualifying. They won their group by 8 points.
I think they'll take some beating in the Euro this year as well. Just simply if Martinez can get it right in terms of the balance and the substitutes.
Here's Ronaldo.
Aldo.
Fernandes well forward inside the box. Block made by Bardakci. Number 7 in the sunshine. Twinkling forward as ever. Looks to provide Rafael
Nice.
Leao with a chance. It's comfortable for Bayern there.
Yeah, Bardakci is going places he doesn't really want to go. He got dragged wide because he's obviously keeping an eye on Ronaldo. And then he's taken out of the game. That means that his aerial ability is not in the middle. So just probably needs to sort of maintain his shape and dragging Çalhanoğlu to try and protect and double up against Ronaldo.
Çalhanoğlu. Pepe down. Referee Zaya has a little think about it and then blows his whistle.
Turkey were looking for the counter. Yeah, it was kicked. I don't know why.
That was a painful one.
Yeah, I don't know why the Yilmaz was moaning about that. And it's just as much at 41.
Hey. Ooh.
So Pepe back on his feet. And Portugal with the opportunity to put the ball in and around Turkey's penalty area. Pepe. Diaz. Charles Cancelo.
Ya.
Nuno Mendes. Leao. Who showed good goal scoring form in the latter stages of the Serie A season with Milan. Just dropping in a little bit deeper to collect possession here. Cancelo, it's got Bernardo Silva on the near side. Cadioli was on him in an instant.
Well, they certainly get close. In the back four of Turkey, we know that the strength in Portugal is in that final line.
Itu dia.
They've got Bernardo Silva on this right-hand side, and just a dip of the shoulder, and he's free usually.
Leao turns away from his man, clear of Zeki Celik, Rafael Leao, and I think the final touch there coming off the Portuguese player, and Samet a.k.a. had gone across to back up his right back.
Yeah, it's clever play by Leao, who's tightly marked. What Turkey are doing is they're flooding ball side, so the switch, if Portugal can just look up, the switch is always on, there's always the free far side player.
Zeki Celik, the right back, certainly knows what to expect. He too plays in Italy with Roma. Didn't make too many starts this season, though. Hasn't had his best season overall. Ruben Diaz, who's pretty much been first choice since after the 2018 World Cup, at the heart of Portugal's defence. Collecting. Bernardo Silva. Time there for Bagi to send it away. Back to Kolu. Little flick forward by Kukçu. Closed in midfield, too much so for the referee's liking. This time Kalian's on the end of it.
My first reaction to that was probably not as bad as first suggested, but then Palhinha's reaction meant that the referee just thought there was a little bit more in it.
Pepe now for Portugal. Zeki Celik realising that he too needs to anticipate.
Yeah, Celik actually did well there. He got close, but just stopping Leao. But his first touch was poor of getting round him. But he's certainly got to stick to his task tonight, Celik.
He's got to be careful though. Got himself sent off against Milan in the Europa League quarter-final. Diaz away. Bagi finds Cadioli. To Kolu. Kukçu nearby. a.k.a. Turkish fans enjoyed seeing their central defender send Ronaldo the wrong way. To Kolu. Lovely flow about this from Turkey. How about that for a pass?
Turkey.
Great challenge, Pepe. Really solid. Kukçu stays down, but Pepe knew he had to make that.
Turkey.
Okay, well, two things there. Just the way that Turkey managed to beat the press. The Portugal will press high. They will try and win the ball back as far up the pitch as they can if you can get past that. And I think Turkey had showed there, but great saving challenge from Pepe.
But, Kukcu is okay and back in the game, and now Leao stretches his legs really for the first time up against Celik, backed up by Nuno Mendes. Minutes in, and not a busy opening quarter of the match for either goalkeeper so far. Is that about to change? And Nuno Mendes forward, just in behind Vitinha.
Yeah.
Chance, 1-0. It is about to change because Portugal break the deadlock. Bernardo Silva.
Portugal gol 1-0.
And it's all about Leao, isn't it? Down that left-hand side, he's been threatening that since the start of this game. Portugal did look threatening at times, but not really got themselves in front of goal up until then. And that another little magician in Bernardo Silva. He's the one to put it away. Straight play, a ball across just causes problems. Couldn't get anything on it in terms of taking it away from the direction of Silva. Right into his path, and he's not going to miss from there.
Yeah, the ball diverting there of Kukcu, just in behind Ronaldo, and the first to react to the opportunity, Bernardo Silva guiding it home past Binder. It's Turkey 0, Portugal 1 midway through the first half.
Yeah, a little bit of luck that it landed at Bernardo Silva's feet, but in terms of the way that Portugal are attacking, they're looking a lot more balanced than they did against Czechia. I think that left-hand side layout, they're looking at that side, and as soon as he gets balls into the box like that and defenders fail to clear it, it's pretty easy for Portugal.
Oh, bentar, sabar.
12th international goal for Bernardo Silva. Diogo Costa.
Jadi wifi-nya
Time
sampai
to spare and send the ball on its way. Bagi. He's the main man at the back for Galatasaray.
Poor ball, just put Bagi, the last thing he wants is the ball back to him there. Just need to keep their cool, Turkey.
Just that one early opportunity for them. Kulu a few yards out. Kalian for Portugal. Vitinha. Here's Pepe. For once, the noise in the stadium being made by the Portuguese fans, of whom there are quite a few thousand. They were largely drowned out ahead of the game. Not now. Bruno Fernandes. One touch too many at a key moment.
Yes, in between thoughts there.
Bruno Mendes chasing. He's kept it in as well, brilliantly. Fernandes!
Yeah, just getting in the stride now. Portugal, good to see Nuno Mendes, who in the first game played as a sort of left centre-back, but he's a marauding left-back, and the pace to get himself forward, keep the ball in, and just getting into the rhythm.
Bagi for Turkey. Bit of a late bloomer. He's 29 now and only made his international debut 12 months ago. He's got himself a yellow card there after tangling with Jacques Cancelo.
He's not particularly known for his fancy footwork, and as soon as the ball just...
That's his second of the tournament, by my reckoning. Yes, he misses the next game.
Yeah, it's a big loss for Turkey. He's always reaching for it, and then the follow-through. And the referee's right in front of it, and then he's a big player as well, going into a little player, and that always makes a difference.
This is Turkey's second match in Dortmund. Their third game, which is against Czechia, is in Hamburg on the 26th, and at the same time, Portugal are back here in Dortmund taking on Georgia. Evening kickoffs for those two, 9 p.m. Central European time on the 26th. Glorious early evening here in Dortmund at the end of a sequence of very cloudy and often very wet days. Some very heavy outbursts of rain in recent days. Rafael Leao. pitch has held up beautifully with everything the weather has thrown at it, it must be said. It's an outstanding surface.
It's a great example.
Semangat Bang, semoga channelnya berkembang ke Bang Winda. Amin.
Seamlessly moving to a back four and looking good from it after that 3-4-3.
Thank you supportnya Hardianto. Bismillah ya. Semoga berkembang nih channel gua. Bismillah guys.
Portugal taking it quickly, very quickly. Referee's happy with it. Nuno Mendes, brilliant run, and that's good defending as well there by a.k.a. for Turkey to just hold him up and allow his teammates to get back goal side. Vitinha. Cancelo.
We saw it a lot. Kaiden and Bad actually did very well against Georgia. Defended the box well. When it came to one-on-ones, they were very, very strong, particularly Kaiden.
He's the goal scorer. Bernardo Silva into Bruno Fernandes. Kadiolu able to step in and send it back to his goalkeeper, who rather shanks that one.
He's not helping them. It's a couple of times now by India. And he's giving the ball to a teammate that doesn't want it.
I mentioned Bruno Fernandes and Bernardo Silva, of course, playing on the opposite sides of Manchester, but it really helps Portugal no end, doesn't it, when those two are on top of their game and they dovetail together.
Absolutely. And then when you've got Polinia, who will always stay the deepest of the central midfielders, you know that if you do lose it, you've got a little bit of protection to get yourself back, and they certainly have a great structure when they've got the ball that they can defend quite high, Portugal.
Oh, one back by João Cancelo, great determination, and the ball going in the opposite direction to Ronaldo.
Ay!
Has it gone in? It's going to be an own goal. It's 2-0 to Portugal. A disastrous moment for Turkey as the ball sent back to Bayindir, the goalkeeper, and agonisingly for Turkey, the pace on the pass had enough to get it over the line. Samet Akaydin can't believe it. Neither can three-quarters of the crowd inside the stadium. Portugal lead 2-0.
Yeah, communication issue here. Portugal got it wrong. You know, the ball through from Cancelo, absolutely no pressure. The goalkeeper comes out. I don't know why the goalkeeper's come out. He's been a little bit nervy, I think, the goalkeeper. And Akaydin just thinking, I'm going to pass it back to my goalkeeper. He should have been looking, but Bayindir he doesn't need to come out that far, and it's just absolutely shooting themselves in the foot here, Turkey.
Goodness me, what an unexpected turn of events that was there. And the ball just beating Zeki Çelik, and the desperately chasing Altay Bayindir. 2-0 Portugal.
Yeah, Kaydin's pointing to his ears. Didn't hear a shout from his goalkeeper.
Bunuh diri, Cok.
He can't hear anything
Wow.
here anyway.
Cauldron of noise and colour this stadium is, and Portugal taking control of this game, asserting their authority. That early little flurry from Turkey with that
Agak sukar dipercaya ini guys. Bunuh diri. Wow.
Aktakolu's trying to change that. Akgun slips over again beyond the far post. That's not the first time that he's lost his footing during this first half.
Yeah, you just wonder why they've not got the right boots on. These players have been out warming up. It's been sprinkled with water. You should have the right footwear on. That was a chance, actually. The ball come across the box.
Turkey could do with some sort of response before half-time. Aktakolu! Oh, brilliant save, Diogo Costa.
Aktakolu, last time, put the ball across. This time he's thinking, I'm going to do it all myself here. Terrific play, and Costa just did enough at his near post.
That would have got Turkey back into the game, given them a little bit of momentum in the final quarter of an hour of the first half. a.k.a. Çalhanoğlu with this corner. Just not sent away by Palinya for another corner kick.
Yes, not all perfect, apart from being 2-0 up for Portugal. They've got to defend these set pieces properly.
Sakun will take this one once the referee, Felix Reyer, is happy. Barış Alper Yilmaz is the player who's right in the goalkeeper's grill there, which the referee has noted. Into the near post, Kukçu with a shot, Ronaldo able to block. Çalhanoğlu sends it back in, and Bernardo Silva concedes the throw.
Ada ya?
Çalhanoğlu.
Çalhanoğlu, so important to this Turkey team. Need to get him on the ball. He's not been on the ball as much as you expect.
Barış Alper Yilmaz, a bit of a lone figure there for a moment. Diogo Costa put plenty on that in conceding a throw.
Yeah, a bit sloppy at times from Portugal, just sort of giving encouragement to Turkey that perhaps that they can get themselves back in this game.
Well, that second goal, an absolute gift for Portugal. Bardakci, Tadiolu into Kaan Ayhan. It's got Kukçu forward. Ruben Dias is in the way. Cancelo does well. Back with Abdulkarim Bardakci.
Halo.
Just get the feeling they desperately need at least a foothold in the game by half-time, Turkey, just to get the crowd going again, change the feeling around this match. They're a little bit flat after the manner of that second goal, I think.
Yeah, just connecting passes now, and that just sort of moves the game in their direction. But that doesn't.
Too much on it from Abdulkarim Bardakci. Here's the goal, the second one, and you can see clearly over the line.
Top scorer in the competition, own goal.
Could be running away with it at this rate.
Good player.
Oh, those two will have nightmares about that, won't they, chasing after that ball?
There'll be some arguments at half-time.
But just seeing it rolling so slowly and knowing that they weren't going to quite get there in time. Aktürkoğlu for Turkey. Sending it forward, Aktürkoğlu with the turn, and it's back into the gloves of Diogo Costa. He is a threat though, Turkey's number 7.
Tell you what, they've just taken, it's as if Portugal have just taken their foot off the pedal after going 2-0 up, sort of a relaxed state, and it's just allowed Turkey to come back into it, and they've got players that can hurt Portugal, so they just need to be wary.
For Kukçu initially, but it's collected by João Cancelo, and the hard-running figure of Bruno Fernandes. Ronaldo in the middle screaming, saying, all you had to do was give it to me.
Yeah, what I first thought was going to happen was Fernandes was going to cross it first time, but as soon as he took a touch, it just allowed defenders back, and it's a wild effort on goal.
He, of course, would have expected Ronaldo to say, wouldn't expect him to say anything else. Ronaldo wants it again, but it's with Bernardo Silva, now into Ruben Dias. Cleared away by Ayhan. Well, Turkey can ill afford to concede another one here before the break.
Absolutely not. But they just look so threatening. in the final third, Portugal.
Don't they just? There's, for the neutral, much to enjoy about Portugal's team. What a technically gifted bunch of players they are. Vitinha. Kalian. Bernardo Silva. João Cancelo's up with him. Ronaldo wants it on the far side. Here he is now. It's Cristiano Ronaldo looking for an opening. Stays at 2-0.
Yeah, sometimes the Portuguese players will rush a pass into Ronaldo, but that was better. Just meant that he could get a bit of space. It wasn't his best effort, but if you want to get him in front of goal, that was better than just rushing it and him receiving it a bit earlier in the passing.
That's Ronaldo once more. Doesn't get the free kick from the referee this time. Good play, Ferdi Kadiolu. a.k.a. is away from João Cancelo and away from João Palhinha as well. a.k.a. sends it in. Pepe there for Portugal. Challenge from Hakan Çalhanoğlu right under the referee's nose. Portugal with a free kick.
Yeah, a.k.a. is doing so well on that left-hand side. Palhinha at times is the sort of last resort. Already beaten Cancelo. Dives in really, but he's fleet of foot. a.k.a. that ball really well intercepted by Pepe, but these Turkish players, as soon as it gets in that position, that's a poor challenge.
Waduh,
Poor
parah.
challenge. He's pointing at the ball, but he took the man as well.
But before that, when he got away from João Cancelo, I didn't think he'd get away from João Palhinha as well.
Did brilliantly. a.k.a. certainly trying to use his opportunity in this team to stay in.
Welcome yang nonton.
Not many do get past Palhinha.
Jangan lupa di like-nya.
That's a real threat, as you say, and a.k.a. a creative threat and a goal-scoring threat as well. Scored a dozen goals for Galatasaray this season, including finding the net home and away against Manchester United in the Champions League.
Yeah, he can be quite wasteful in front of goal, but I do think that him down that left-hand side and the ball into the box just needs more from his teammates in the middle.
Nicely worked. And Nuno Mendes, what ground he has covered. Rafael Leao, big challenge by a.k.a. But Nuno Mendes there to back up. There's a yellow card for Rafael Leao for simulation.
Yeah, I don't think he was particularly touched. Again, it's terrific defending, isn't it, by a.k.a. We've seen that a lot. Last-ditch defending, he usually gets those challenges right. Referee in a good position, and you did think that was a dive.
He'll miss the next game as well, Rafael Leao. He was booked in the first match, yes, so he's out of the final group fixture. Clearly see what's being explained there to Roberto Martinez, who is Portugal's head coach these days. I mean, he had a great set of players for 6 years when he was with Belgium, didn't he? The so-called golden generation. And now he's got a very good squad as well at this tournament.
Yeah, he has, and I think that he's just put a little bit of life into Portugal in an attacking sense. Certainly has the energy for a group of players, but again, it's about fitting all these good players that he's got in the squad into a system that suits them, and this, for me, suits them a little bit better than it did in the first game.
Straight out of play of Barış Alper Yilmaz. It's just not happening for Turkey at the moment.
It's just pushing the ball up to the front, and the ball into the box, and it's just quieting this crowd down considerably, because there was some noise in here prior to kick-off.
Shouldn't forget, of course, whatever happens here, even if were they to lose the match, Turkey will still be second in the group with one match to play, and still 2 points better off than the two teams below them. So all is far from lost, regardless of the outcome, should it not go their way today. But at the moment, Portugal in pole position to not only qualify tonight, but to win the group. Long way to go, of course, in this match. Palhinha, Vitinha. Hakan Çalhanoğlu wins it back. Now, opportunity perhaps, and Diogo Costa called into action by Orkun Kukçu.
He's a really dynamic goalkeeper. Again, just a little bit sloppy. does everything quick, but very intense. Keeps Portugal in the game.
Of course, Kukçu, the number 6, of whom we were just speaking for Turkey, actually plays his football in Portugal, joined Benfica last summer. Hasn't always been plain sailing for him there, but all sent forward by Ruben Diaz up towards Ronaldo. High and hopeful off the boot of Coutinho. Fernandes underneath it. Guardiola. Nicely done. Tony finds Nuno Mendes and the ball into Rafael Leao's a good one. Challenged by a.k.a once more. And now there's going to be a yellow card for a.k.a.
I'm not sure that was a foul. My first reaction there, I thought he timed that really well, and you can see you always go by the initial reaction of players. You know,
remember as well that it was the same two involved in
yes.
the simulation thing a couple of minutes ago.
Yeah, I mean it's a well won. Honestly, that is a well won ball. Not only is it not a free kick, it's certainly not a booking, and you can tell that the way that a.k.a. reacted to the referee, that he really didn't foul.
He's not really living his best life, is he, in this first half? A.k.a. with that back pass that ended up in the back of his own net, and then a yellow card there. Two and a half minutes or so, plus added time at the end of this opening half. Played at a good tempo and full of attacking intent.
Tangan bebas nih Portugal, Cok. Halo, halo.
Bruno Fernandes looks like he wants to take this one, but he's going to leave it to Bernardo Silva. Here's Pepe. Flag has gone up anyway. Free kick Turkey. They need to regroup a little bit during the break, don't they? Vincenzo Montella's team.
Yeah, I think so. I think that they do show some promise in terms of in the final third, but they have to have better quality because they don't get that many chances. Another yellow card for complaining.
Bit of space for Guardiola here. Can he take advantage of it? Well, support in midfield, and Kukçu, a little layoff. Çalhanoğlu had to get rid of it quickly. Ayhan finding Guardiola once more. Yilmaz waits in the middle. Aktürkoğlu is up there as well. Akgün on the far side of the penalty area.
Too many passes. The players in the box there, and he did really well. Guardiola.
Bernardo Silva got himself a soft-looking free kick.
Yeah, just a sense of frustration. Turkey. Aktürkoğlu there is saying that there wasn't much in that, and there probably wasn't much in that, but from a Portugal point of view, it's about just moving the time on, relieving the pressure.
45 menit.
Diogo Costa then with this free kick for Portugal. First choice for them, just as he was at the last World Cup. Remember, it used to be Rui Patricio for a long time, and he's in the squad, but on the bench. Akgün, that's Palhinha, who, when he turns around, will see a yellow card being waved in his face by referee Israel.
There's been a lot of yellow cards in terms of how dirty the game has been, and that the players need to be very wary going into the second half to make any sort of challenge.
Last few seconds of the opening 45 minutes. Çalhanoğlu's delivery, header down. Akgün. Frustrated not to have made a decent connection there as Leao strides forward. Ronaldo side. Bruno Fernandes on the deck on the halfway line, complaining that somebody put him there. Barking at the referee. He didn't realise realised for a moment then that Pepe passed him the ball.
Yeah, I think he thought that somebody in the crowd's got a whistle,
Ya,
and I think they thought that was the
gak ada tambahan
signal and the
waktu.
whistle for half
Ada tambahan
time.
waktunya.
João Cancelo. Portugal just looking to manage the play here. And they've managed to do
Half time.
so very comfortably indeed. And it has been Portugal's half. Bernardo Silva putting them ahead in the 21st minute with a shot from inside the penalty area, and then just a few minutes later, a defensive.
Oke, karena lagi half time kita
Proportions for Turkey. Samet Akaydin with the pass back, and the goalkeeper Altay Bayındır nowhere near it. Agonizingly, they couldn't get back before.
Gitu aja, pop mie putus, pop mie dus, topping cangki sama gurihnya itu sob. Yuk sob, sikat pop mie, seru terus kuy. Baru itu.
Kita main game dulu ya, guys. Oke. Lagi ya.
Welcome to Bejeweled 2. Go.
Kita main visual, guys. Ini adalah game puzzle kayak, guys.
Level complete. Get ready.
Kelas, bro. Easy, dek. Dek. yang nonton guys. Jangan lupa di like-nya. Aja ya.
Excellent. Level complete. Get ready. Good.
Cek lah. Sorry.
Go.
Adalah ini. Oke, mana lagi nih guys? Waduh. Lagi nih guys.
Level complete. Get ready.
Pun, bos. Mana lagi nih, guys?
Excellent.
Mana nih enaknya, guys? Kita pilih Hypercube nih, guys. Ini kalau dia bentuk, jadi kalau kita gini nih, dia bakal hancur, guys. Misalnya kayak gini. Salah.
Good. Level complete. Get ready.
Sabar, guys. Ini cok, cok. Nah, yang bingung gua. Mana lagi nih, Cok? Oh, di bawah. Boleh lagi nih. Sabar guys. Di atas.
No more moves. A new high score.
Tap.
Goodbye.
Guys. Kita nonton pertandingan lagi ya. Pak Cok. Kan ada ini. Ah. Sip.
And back in with Yazici. And it's collected once more by Samet a.k.a. for Turkey. Just looking for a route back into this match. First touch for Ruben Neves, who, like Cristiano Ronaldo, plays his football in the Saudi Pro League these days. He's with Al Hilal. They've had a fantastic season, league and cup double. They were unbeaten in the Saudi Pro League season, and Ruben Neves saying how much that he really enjoys it there, because they train usually after 6 o'clock at night, so he gets time to do the school run and spend plenty of time with his family during the day before training.
Yeah, and you see the fact of Pedro Neto and Ruben Neves coming on and probably slide into this Portugal team with ease. And again, talking about the strength in depth, it has that. Beto Martinez being able to take off players, and it doesn't really lower the quality of the 11.
Kaan Ayhan. The layoff made by Yunus Akgün. It is Yazici into Bardakci. Takolu, Kadiolu. Takolu away to Kadiolu, and now Ferdi Kadiolu for Turkey. Good running by Yusuf Yazici, and Pepe coming across to tidy up for Portugal.
It's about choosing the moments, isn't it? Yazici's made a difference already.
First corner of the second half. Turkey have it. Hakan Çalhanoğlu sending it over. Good header away by Ruben Diaz. Kadiolu. Not a good ball by Aktakolu, and now Bruno Fernandes will chase, and a really important interception there by Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah, it probably wasn't the right ball forward. If you're going to pass it to Fernandes, perhaps into his feet, there was an overload on the right-hand side of quicker players.
Given away by Aktakolu. Sent away by Vitinha. Lovely little turn by João Cancelo. This is brilliant play. Ronaldo steps in. Back with Yazici. And Bayanda sends the ball away to a.k.a.
Dulu guys, sebentar ya.
Looking turn being made by Yunus Akgün, and Akgün stretching to try and keep that forward momentum, applauded by his coach Montella.
It's a shame for Akgün, actually, just a little bit too loose in possession. Turkey just giving the ball away, and so Portugal then can just take a few passes, take the sting out of anything. Those sort of passes for Turkey have to be better into feet.
Oh, and Yilmaz almost taking it away from Pepe. Here's Pepe, 41 years young. Mendes back into Diogo Costa. Really good save from Aktakolu in the first half from him. Look at the space in midfield now. Ruben Neves venturing forward. Here's Ronaldo. Nuno Mendes, good possession here from Portugal. And Bernardo Silva happy to just send it back to his goalkeeper.
Turkey are much better in terms of how compact they are out of possession than they were against Georgia. A little bit chaotic then, but need to match that with the passes forward, trying to keep the ball when they win it back. And it just, when they give it away, it just gives Portugal time to keep dominating the game.
Good play by Vitinha. Fernandes sending it back. Now with Ruben Neves once more away to the far side. Vitinha. Portugal passing the ball at will at the moment. Turkey's players doing a lot of chasing. Cancelo dangerously across the face of the box, doesn't quite fall for Fernandes. That was an important block initially made by a.k.a at the back.
Tell you what a ball from Cancelo when he gets in those high positions.
Hello. Up.
Ruben Diaz. Now Bernardo Silva trying to give Kadiolu the slip, which he nearly managed to do. Fernandes challenging. Kadiolu wins it back. But João Cancelo is there for Portugal. Here's Bernardo Silva. Bruno Fernandes. Fernandes challenged, and Cancelo up there too, and between the pair of them they win a corner.
Yeah, they combine very, very well. Bernardo Silva and Cancelo down that right-hand side, and Turkey just managed to get the ball away. But slowly but surely, Portugal just look better and better. We're getting used to how they're playing together within this Euro.
Nah, ini nggak apa-apa guys.
Towards Cristiano Ronaldo, back out with Vitinha. Lovely crafted pass towards Bruno Fernandes. Chance for Hakan Çalhanoğlu to work it away to Kerem Aktürkoğlu, challenged by Pepe. Çalhanoğlu's ball into Zeki Çelik, completely surrounded. Kadiolu. Aktürkoğlu. That's a good turn, taking him away from Ruben Diaz, but the pass mopped up initially by Ruben Neves. Yusuf Yazici, he'll go for goal and he'll bring the save, albeit a relatively straightforward one from Diogo Costa.
Yeah, Diogo Costa didn't see it. You see now, he didn't see it till right at the end, because I think he thought that somebody was going to get a touch, but he still dealt with it comfortably.
Pedro Neto gives it away. Sharpa Yilmaz sends it in. Kaan Ayhan, he was looking for Aktürkoğlu. Again, it breaks down for Turkey.
Tell you what, they've got in that situation a couple of times now, Turkey, where they've won the ball back by either Portugal have given them it, but they've not made the most of it. They've not exploited it. They've given the ball away and let Portugal off the hook.
Çalhanoğlu trying to open it up. It was a difficult one, I think, for Yilmaz to deal with. The pace on the pass. Ruben Neves, who's only been on the pitch for a few minutes, but is already a pivotal figure for Portugal. Just sitting in front of those defenders. Vitinha dropping into some space. Pedro Neto available near side. Pedro Neto setting up what turned out to be the winning goal for Francisco Conceição the other day in their opening match. The two of them brought on in the closing stages of that match day one encounter with Czechia.
Yeah, such as the competition for places.
Man menurut
When you
gua
come
ini
for Portugal, you've got to play well, because there's someone else in that squad who will take your place at that same sort of level.
Vitinha challenged, he had nowhere to go. It'll be Portugal's ball. You mentioned Pedro Neto, who returned to fitness at just the right time, didn't he? Had a lot of hamstring issues during the season, plays in England with Wolverhampton Wanderers, but he came back for the last few minutes of the final game of the season against Liverpool after a considerable timeout.
Yeah, and he's a quick player, and I think in terms of an attacking sense that he can always play the ball into space. He has that pace in those wide areas, and he'll hold that pace at wide area in left.
Here's Cristiano Ronaldo. It's a great chance for 3-0, and it's walked up by Bruno Fernandes. Turkish defence undone. 10 minutes into the second half.
Ay, ay, ay.
Ronaldo
Gil,
choosing to set up
CR7
his
asis,
teammates.
euy.
And surely now this match out of reach for Turkey.
Tell you what, fair play to Ronaldo. I think every single
Gokil,
person in here
gokil.
thought he was going to finish that. And it's all about the team above the individual. There's a lot of individual work. It's a great run. I think he'd probably be onside, and he recognises that 3-0 made a difference rather than 2-0, making sure that they score that third goal, Portugal, because Turkey just, see now they're trying to get back into it. That's unselfish play. And to be fair, he's a goal scorer. Goal scorers don't tend to do that, and gives his mate a tap in.
And Portugal made it look easy. The third goal. Bruno Fernandes, he was key in qualifying, scoring 6 in the 10 qualifiers. And that goal there, greeted with great delight by Roberto Martinez on the touchline.
I think Ronaldo recognised that Turkey were getting themselves back. They needed to make sure they scored that third goal, just put a cushion and just to take away that encouragement that Turkey had probably been feeling.
Yeah, because at 2-0, were Turkey to score the next goal in the game,
Exactly.
suddenly the whole game would feel very different. The crowd would go mad inside the ground, and Portugal could conceivably be up against it, but now they've got that additional breathing space with that third goal.
Well, there's certainly no I in team, or Ronaldo probably argue that there's an M and an E.
Layoff by Bernardo Silva, collected by Ruben Neves. That just shows you the sort of quality that Portugal have got in their squad, doesn't it, Lucy? If somebody like Ruben Neves isn't starting matches for them.
That's it. And you've got to take your chance when you do get it. So Neves, just the way that he just sits in that midfield, and similar to what Polinia does, probably not as physical as Polinia, but he certainly can pass it, and I think that will help Portugal in this second half.
Double change coming for Turkey, and we are going to see Ismail Yüksek and Kenan Yildiz. Yildiz, who started the first match, and coming off is Kaan Ayhan and also Kerem Aktürkoğlu.
Onside.
So Kenan Yildiz of Juventus will play on the left-hand side.
Onside,
And,
Cok.
Ismail Yüksek of Fenerbahce, defensive midfield player, he will slot into their midfield. His work rate and passing can be key for Turkey, and we certainly saw that in a big win they had in qualifying. Then they beat Croatia by a goal to 0.
Yeah, I think he's taken Ayhan off, one of his better players and better performance, just to give him a rest.
And Turkey have a corner, chance to put a little bit of pressure on.
Corner kick.
And Hakan Çalhanoğlu, the man to go across and take it. Yusuf Yazici there, the number 11, will be a target right on the edge of the 6-yard box. Quite a lot of wrestling going on inside the penalty area, and Zeki Çelik is being penalised for manhandling Ronaldo. Just watch this inside the 6-yard box. It's like 6-1.5, doesn't it?
Yeah, I'm going to say that referee tends to go in the favour of the defending team. He's changed his boots at half-time, Ronaldo. It's quite a slippy surface. I think they were covering it in water, weren't they, prior to kick-off? Very, very good surface here in Dortmund.
It is one thing that this pitch hasn't needed for most of the week.
It's water, yeah.
Turkey trying to find a way through. Kadiolu in towards Yazici, turns away from Bruno Fernandes, but the block is made by Neves. And maybe the chance to break here. Bruno Fernandes, this is what he loves to do. A potent attacking threat here from Portugal. Pedro Neto, Ronaldo's in the middle. It's beyond him, and Bernardo Silva back across. A.k.a. with the initial header away. That's Çalhanoğlu who sent it up into the air. All height, no distance. That one, flag up far side.
Yeah, I think
Offside.
just ventured forward. The ball went right up into the air, and the first touch was from Silva, but Fernandes has just gone beyond. Not that much in it.
Çalhanoğlu. As it stands, Portugal set to win the group. Not just qualify for the round of 16 with a game to spare. Turkey, whatever happens today, will still be very much in it. They will be in second place in the group, 2 points clear of the other two teams in Group F. Ronaldo's throw, collected by Neves, Vitinha. A space for João Cancelo here to consider his options. Vitinha. Well, they're serious players here in Germany, aren't they, Portugal, at this tournament?
Absolutely. You know, the thing about tournament football is your first match. If your first match is your best performance, then you're not going to win the Euro. And I think you've just got to build momentum, build better quality of performance. This is already a better performance than the first one, and looks like they're going to get 6 points in 2 games as well. So that's building, but just the array of talent that they've got is incredible.
Well, it's the 4th meeting at the European Championship over the years between these two nations. Portugal winning the previous 3, and Turkey haven't scored a goal in any of those games. They haven't really come close to scoring one in this one so far today either.
I think the team selection for Turkey sort of gives an indication of which games in this group that they feel are the most important in terms of winning. Georgia the first one, and then the last one against Czechia. Perhaps that's how Turkey could see their route through to the knockouts.
Well, it's a route that is potentially very much still there for them. Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, this cannot damage any of their confidence, and a wonderful performance game against Georgia.
You can see why that really felt in many ways like a must-win game for Turkey, even though it was the very first match of this competition. Çalhanoğlu. And Kadiolu sending it forward. This is Kenan Yildiz, one of the outstanding young teenage talents in Turkish football, and Kenan Yildiz now unable to bring a save from Costa in the Portugal goal.
Yeah, he was absolutely fantastic in that first game against Georgia, and it raised eyebrows when he wasn't on in the starting 11 for this game, but he certainly will use his talents, I'm sure, if he's fit in the last group game.
Yeah, with him and Arda Güler both in the team for the first match against Georgia, 2 19-year-olds in the side at the same time.
Predictable lull in the game now. Portugal want to conserve some energy. Turkey perhaps a bridge too far to get themselves back in it. Portuguese fans enjoying themselves.
A reminder, Turkey's last group game, where it rather does look as if they're going to have to try and get something, is against Czechia in Hamburg. Portugal staying here. They'll play Georgia here in Dortmund, but the job will be done for them if the scoreline stays like this. Kadiolu, collected by Samet a.k.a. Zeki Çelik back into Yusuf Yazici. Bit of space here for Çalhanoğlu. He'll spread the play away to Kadiolu. He's got Yildiz just ahead of him. Now in possession. Akgun into Celik. This is a.k.a. And an untimely slip there from Çalhanoğlu, their star man in midfield. Sturdy challenge from him to win it back. Akgun. Here's Zeki Celik. Pepe's there. Delightful play from Pedro Neto. Back with Neves. 25 minutes to go. Portugal on the front foot once more. Bernardo Silva into Ronaldo. Not very often the ball ends up there when he leaps in front of the goal.
Yeah. Not often you say he got it all wrong, but he certainly did then. He did well to get beyond. Just hung it up, but I think he'd already gone beyond the ball and just couldn't get that direction.
Yeah, just in a little bit behind him. He's had another brilliant season, Cristiano Ronaldo, with Al Nassr in Saudi Arabia. He broke the Saudi League season goal-scoring record, 35 goals in 31 league matches. Yusuf Yazici. Here now is a.k.a. Zeki Celik well forward on the near side. Akgun. Looking for Yilmaz, just trying to get in front of Ruben Diaz. And Portugal's defence put under a bit of pressure there for the first time in a while.
Yeah, great ball in, just curling left foot and beat Pepe. Not much has beaten Pepe this evening, but that's ball certainly did. Just couldn't get enough on it, Yilmaz.
Nelson Semedo is getting ready to come on for Portugal at the next available opportunity. And João Cancelo is the player who will come off and have an opportunity to rest his legs a little bit. Strong performance from João Cancelo again tonight. Nuno Mendes, here's Neto. Portugal in complete control of this one.
Absolutely, good shape about them. Cancelo high and wide on the right-hand side, which you would expect Semedo to come straight into the team and do exactly the same.
Portugal full steam ahead towards the knockout rounds. Free kick for the challenge on Bruno Fernandes, but also Turkey, their sole last knockout appearance was a little while ago. They lost in the group stage in the last two times they played at the tournament, but they did make it to the semi-finals back in 2008. Here comes the change for Portugal. Nelson Semedo coming onto the field, and João Cancelo is the player who makes way as Vincenzo Montella just tries to make a point or two to his players down on the pitch as they're playing for pride really now at this stage of proceedings, with just a quarter of the match remaining, 3 goals down.
I do think that Turkey don't really fear anyone in this Euro. I think they've got a lot of talent. It's about making sure it clicks. I think we saw that in the first game. The performance there was attacking, it was full of intent, and it was exciting to watch. But Portugal are a different proposition to Georgia.
Portugal are venturing forward once more. It was Nelson Semedo just off the bench, winning the ball back. And referee saying unfairly, free kick for Turkey. Are going to make a change, and they're one of their wonderful young talents, perhaps the shiniest young star of all. Arda Güler is going to come on to replace Yunus Akgün for what remains of the game, to the delight of Turkish fans in the crowd. Arda Güler, we're told, has got a little bit of an issue, not quite 100% fit, so they didn't want to play him from the start today. But wow, he scored an absolutely wonderful goal against Georgia midway through the second half here the other day.
Yeah, talk about announcing yourself on the Euro stage. He certainly did that, and he obviously, I think he was just protecting him, not starting him against Portugal, but giving him a chance to have a few minutes.
He's an outstanding talent, isn't he? He was injured. He's with Real Madrid. He was injured for the first half of the season, but we'll be hearing a lot more about him in the years to come, I think, that's for sure. That was a forceful pass from Ruben Neves away to Bernardo Silva. That's a decent-looking pass up towards Semedo. a.k.a. Bagi can really turn it over the touchline. 20 minutes to go. Ruben Diaz. Just the one really big test for Diogo Costa in Portugal's goal, I think, in this match, the first half. A save with his right foot at the near post from a.k.a.
Yeah, I think everything that's at him he deals with well. Costa, typical goalkeeper, probably wants to be involved a bit more, but he just does what he has to do.
Well, to Zeki Celik. Barashalta Yilmaz and Ardagula. Mendes with a challenge. Well, they steamrolled their way through qualifying Portugal and set now to make it 2 wins from 2 at this European Championship. Gula. Yazici. Rather lucky to have the ball back at his feet there, Yusuf Yazici, but he's conceded a free kick. And a challenge on Vitinha.
Yeah, just frustration in the crowd because the team beaten well by Portugal, just reacting to every decision from the referee.
Ronaldo, by the way, already the all-time top scorer in the history of the European Championship finals with 14, 5 more than the next best, that's Michel Platini. Now Pedro Neto trying to set up Ronaldo. That's an important interception made by a.k.a. Just got away from Nelson Semedo there on the edge of the 6-yard box. Vitinha. Referee's just going to halt the game for an injury here to Samet a.k.a. who requires some treatment.
Certainly put some work in a.k.a. over the last couple of games. Last his challenges, trying to get the blocks and interceptions in. Dealing with a player like Ronaldo, it's not easy.
What have you made of Portugal in terms of where potentially they stand of all of the teams that we've seen so far at this Euro? How impressed have you been by them?
Yeah, I've definitely been impressed. I think they didn't really have a competitive fixture leading into it because they found qualification particularly easy. I always think that when they could field 2 11s that probably will do well in the Euro, so that makes it, which is brilliant, but it makes it very difficult for Roberto Martinez to get the right blend. So, you know, I think that's probably their biggest strength and weakness. You've got to get it right, but I think they've got such good players and they look better. You've got to get better each game, and they've certainly done that.
Turkey are going to have to make a change here. I think that's what's being signalled by the medical team. Samet a.k.a. though is fortunately back on his feet, so maybe a potential substitution on hold, but I think there is some activity down below us. They're just double checking on him, but looks a painful one there for Samet a.k.a. who had the misfortune to put the ball past his own goalkeeper in the first half. I think his day is drawing to a close, and there will be a change here as soon as a suitable substitute is ready. And I think it's Merih Demiral, and Demiral would be the obvious replacement. A player who spent much of his career in Italy with Juventus and Atalanta, now with Al Ahly in the Saudi Pro League. goals. He scored the first goal in the last Euro. Sadly, that one was into the back of his own net against Italy. Own goals, running away with it. Six own goals so far we've had.
It's crazy, isn't it?
This Euro.
Probably to do with the high press, getting balls into the box in dangerous areas, and defenders have to try and defend. Not that one, not today's though.
No, to be fair to Samet,
ridiculous.
To be fair to Samet Akaydin, actually, he's played well in the two games, hasn't he?
He's done very, very well.
Demiral, fact of experience there, coming on for his 46th cap. Painful end to a disappointing day for Turkey's number 4. We wish him well and a speedy recovery. Well, still 15 minutes to go, and the way Portugal are playing, you sense there's the distinct possibility of another goal.
Yeah, I don't think that they will stretch themselves, though, Portugal. I think that they'll try and conserve energy while keeping Turkey arm's length and try not to concede.
Pepe having a little go on the left wing now. There's no end to his enthusiasm and energy as Pedro Neto tries to take it on, but for once showed a little too much of it. And Demiral, the sub, first touch from him is an excellent one to Gula, who loses out to Pepe again. Neto steps in, it's back with Pepe again. Bruno Fernandes keeps it in. Well, there's no doubt Portugal have just been too good today.
Yeah, they have. I think in the big moments they certainly have. I think they got a little bit lucky to getting themselves 2-0 up with the own goal. I think Turkey really not helping themselves. Still don't look 100%, but that's what I expect of one of the favourites of the tournament at this stage.
That could be bad news for a few other teams if they're...
Yeah, absolutely. I'm just coming to the boilers. Quite a few teams in this competition.
Guardiola with the throw for Turkey. The Dutch-born attacking fullback. He actually played for the Dutch at under-21 level before switching. He's another one of the rising stars, really, of the Turkish game. Guardiola on the far side in his second half. As Bardakci launching it forward to Barışalper Yilmaz, who's going to have a run at Nuno Mendes. He'll be hoping for some help here, I think. Can't find a way through. Zeki Çelik. Throw in for Portugal, won by Fernandes.
Tell you what, Bruno Fernandes always performs at a high level. He does his work when Portugal get it, but when they've got the ball, but he just comes back and helps. He's so clever.
He does have his critics at times, doesn't he, for Manchester United, for his club side, but playing for Portugal, you can see what a key player he is for them, and Roberto Martinez has been full of praise for his contribution since taking over as the head coach. Barış Yilmaz forward, Zeki Çelik wins the corner.
Good for morale for Turkey if they can get at least one goal in this game.
Çalhanoğlu's delivery, and Pepe says, go on, try again.
Very generous of him.
Take two from Çalhanoğlu, and Pepe's there again. Much to the delight of the Portuguese fans behind the goal. Gula sends it across, and you guessed it. Number 3 once more. Guardiola. The crowd collectively bowing down to their number 3 behind the goal a few moments ago. Guardiola once more for Turkey. Really struggling to lay a glove on Portugal in this match. That was easy for Vitinha to cut out. Bit off a bit more than he could chew there. And then trying to find a way through was Ismail Yüksek. No joy for him. Çalhanoğlu. Gula. Gula. Yilmaz back into Bardakçı. Kadiolu. Can Turkey find a way through? No, not this time, and Pedro Neto sends it away and gives it away. Zeki Çelik, challenged by Nuno Mendes. Gula tries the shot. Yazici, challenged by Ruben Diaz. It's going to be a corner.
Yazici went for the spectacular turn and shot. Quite managed to pull it off. Got a touch there, didn't it, from Diaz?
Well, we're inside the last 10 minutes of the 90. And Turkey scored 3 goals here against Georgia in the first match. Struggling to find a way past Diogo Costa. Bernardo Silva, scorer of the first goal, finds Vitinha. Here's Ruben Neves now. We'll have a minor stoppage in play, with Portugal looking very comfortable at 3-0 inside the last 10 minutes here. And Pepe, another word about him, because we had that little sequence of play, didn't we? Because Pepe was there 3 times in a row to deal with corners being sent in by Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
He does the simple things well in terms of defending, so he defends his box, his positioning is excellent for crosses, which is why he managed to clear 3 in a row from Turkey.
And the reason we're having that little chat about Pepe is that he makes way and gets a standing ovation. And he gets very warm applause indeed from all the Turkish fans. Remember, he used to play in Turkey for Beşiktaş a few years ago. They know all about him, those Turkish fans, from domestic football, never mind the international game. So he is off, and coming on is Antonio Silva, the Benfica player, 20 years of age. We've been talking about rising young stars in European football, and he's certainly one of them, isn't he, Antonio Silva?
In terms of centre-back, if Pepe is the first choice, he certainly is a very, very close second, and will be for years to come, I'm sure.
Yeah, Antonio Silva had just turned 19 when he made his international debut. That was late in 2022, only 3 months after he'd made his club debut for Benfica. Still only 20 now, but he's got a very mature, assured sort of presence. Pedro Neto. Here's Neves.
Pedro Neto.
Ronaldo loitering with great intent.
Yeah.
Neto. Nuno Mendes, dangerous looking delivery, and Altay Bayındır glad to get his hands on it and pick out Kenan Yildiz. Arda Güler. Now it's with Barış Alper Yılmaz. Güler. Yusuf Yazici. Semedo stood his ground very well.
It's a great little ball from Güler. Spotted Yazici, but could he have a shot first time, or even just side put it across the face of goal? Did neither.
Clearance there by Ruben Diaz. Güler. Easy for Vitinha to collect. A little flick from Bernardo Silva gives it away. Güler. Hakan Çalhanoğlu sending it back. Collected now by Yüksek. Yilmaz.
Man.
Good possession from Turkey, but Portugal's defence does take some getting past. We mentioned right at the start of the game, they only conceded twice in qualification. They'll get a free kick now as well.
Yeah, I think the final part of this game, they've sort of taken the foot off the pedal. Second gear, it just has allowed Turkey a little bit of joy in the final third, but they just cannot affect the end of it.
5 minutes plus added time. It's going to be Portugal's day, but all is far from lost from Turkey at this tournament.
No, absolutely. And I think that just the placement of the group games, playing Portugal second, just gives them that, especially when they get the 3 points in the first against Georgia. You know, they've got a target to aim for in that final game.
Diaz away into Ronaldo. Ardagula. Defending by Diaz. Still with Gula. Crafting the pass away to Ferdi Kadiolu. And the cross is a dangerous one. Just beyond Yazici, not quite enough on it to pick Zeki Çelik out. But a late flurry here from Turkey, and suddenly they could be backpedaling rapidly as Fernandez drills it to the near side, and Pedro Neto tracked by Demiral. It's with Ronaldo who tries to return the favour. Ruben Diaz. Ronaldo looking as keen as ever right up top. Did have that one what looked like glorious chance maybe to score in the second half, but chose to be the team player, and
he's linked well. I think he's linked well. He's not always been selfish.
Made sure that they got that third goal. And he finds Bruno Fernandes again. This is delightful, and Bernardo Silva almost on the end of it. Binder just there first.
Yeah, better when he links up, and also again, it's good two-touch play on the edge of Turkey's box. They look better with him on, don't they? Turkey, Gula.
Well, he's a smashing player, isn't he?
I think they can control the passage of play in the final third. I know it's different because Portugal are winning 3-0, but he just controls the tempo of the game in those areas.
There's Bernardo Silva almost in for what would have been a fourth goal for Portugal. Binder smothering it. Change being made by Portugal. Vitinha is going to be replaced by João Neves of Benfica. João Neves at 19, a real team starlet, the latest to emerge from Benfica's production line, made his debut for Portugal.
Menarik nih guys.
He's actually Benfica's key player, really, even at 19.
Yeah, happy to see him play. Actually, he's got everything about his game, and he's only going to get better. Can tackle, he wins the ball, he passes, lots of energy.
Demiral. Now back with Yüksek. Kadiolu. Abdülkerim Bardakçı into Yüksek once more, looking to switch the play, spread it out to the near side. Zeki Çelik getting forward well, and Nuno Mendes, fleet of foot, swiftly out there. Yilmaz. It's behind Ardagula. And Bruno Fernandes says thank you very much, and Neto gets moving down the near side, and Demiral comes across once more, and he's led a merry dance here by Pedro Neto, but help arriving in the shape of Yusuf Yazici.
Yeah, it actually opened up inside for Neto, but he chose to go down the left-hand side.
First touch for João Neves. He's available for the return pass, and he takes it. Ronaldo tees it up, and the deflection carries it so far wide that it actually goes for a throw, but there was a lovely flow about that from Portugal.
Yeah, João Neves is the one that won the ball, and then Yeah, they do have some flow. As soon as they get in their stride, they look absolutely wonderful. Portugal just needed the finish.
There's a big old block there by Demiral. Well done him. And the 90 minutes are almost up. This game has long been up for Turkey today.
Tambahan waktu berapa menit nih?
As we go into added time, a minimum of 5 additional minutes.
5 menit.
Nelson Semedo for Portugal, looking for Bruno Fernandes. A flag up over on the far side. And by the way, the officially named UEFA Euro 2024 player of the match has been given as Bernardo Silva.
Yeah, he's been excellent. Bernardo Silva obviously got his goal, but he's so involved in everything Portugal do that's positive.
Well, you can see what Arda Güler had in mind there, but not able to trouble Costa's goal.
Enten nih Turki, guys.
Tournament for Vincenzo Montella's team. That win, by the way, for Turkey the other day was the first time they'd won in this calendar year since they were 3-2 winners away here in Germany in a friendly last November. It hasn't been a great build-up for them results-wise. Portugal lost a couple of matches in the build-up as well, but there goes Bernardo Silva down, looking hopefully to referee Felix Weyer. Nothing doing for now, at least. Of course, it will be looked at by the officials. Bernardo Silva feeling that he was just barged out of the way there by Hakan Çalhanoğlu.
Yeah, good old-fashioned shoulder barge. A little bit of a smaller, slighter player, Bernardo Silva, which is a positive for him, but pushed off the ball.
Well, it was his goal that set Portugal on the road to victory today here in Dortmund. Great start to the tournament for Roberto Martinez and his team.
Absolutely. I think that he's brought that attacking flair, but still with a defensive solidity, and it's difficult to do that when you've got that many flair players in your team, but Portugal have certainly shown that.
It's about finding the blend. You can't just put all of your most exciting players on the pitch at the same time. Yilmaz into Yazici, it'll lay off to Çalhanoğlu. Kadiolu, Çalhanoğlu just looking for an opening, but the door constantly slammed in his face by Portugal's defence, and Zeki Çelik wins the corner kick.
He's doing well.
Nuno Mendes.
Yeah, Nuno Mendes has got everything to be a top full-back pace. He can get back and defend, but he's really good with those one-on-one duels you've seen a few times in this second half.
Yeah, he only came back in February, didn't he, Nuno Mendes? He had 9 months out with an ACL injury.
Wow.
So a lot of time on the sidelines for him.
Ada yang masuk penonton.
For referee Felix Weyer, he will just wait before this corner kick can be taken. Portugal almost over the line in this game. We're going to go over our minimum 5 added minutes at the end of the 90 here, that's for sure, I think. Underway again, Arda Güler, and that's very comfortably headed away. Portugal's defences look rock solid against Turkey in this one.
Absolutely have.
They've not had enough craft and invention to really trouble them. Just one brief little break into the box early in the game. Vitinha wins it back. Bruno Fernandes is there, and it's rolled forward by Neto, and Fernandes has got Ronaldo ahead of him on the near side. Deep in added time. And Ronaldo brings Bernardo Silva into the play. Ruben Neves with the shot, but the flag has gone up on the far side. And is going to have to wait for that potential goal to extend his all-time championship record.
Played his part though, Simon.
Absolutely. But it would be quite something, wouldn't it, to score at 6 different European Championship tournaments. Which scored at each of the other 5 he's played in.
Yeah, which makes that pass to Bruno Fernandes even more special, because he could have put that, he could have scored himself. He was thinking of the team and what difference 3-0 to 2-0 would make.
There goes the final whistle. It is a comfortable win for Portugal, for Cristiano Ronaldo and his team. Bernardo Silva setting them on the road to victory with a goal in the 21st minute of the game, and then a defensive calamity from Turkey, in which Samet Akaydin slid the ball inadvertently past his own goalkeeper. It was a no-look own goal for 2-0, and it was a long way back for Turkey from that point.
Ente
11 minutes
Turki.
into the second half, game, set and match to Portugal. Cristiano Ronaldo clean through, faced by goalkeeper Bayender, squaring it to teammate Bruno Fernandes to roll it into the back of an empty net. So far so good then for Portugal. They're through, they've won the group already. Turkey still very much in it. They're second in the group after 2 matches. Turkey 0, Portugal 3.
Alhamdulillah. Oke guys, akhirnya pertandingan di lawan Portugal sudah selesai. Live kita hari ini di live streaming-nya. Thank you buat teman-teman semua yang udah nemenin dari Pacific sampai live reaction U4. Nanti gua kabarin lagi di Instagram story. Jangan lupa di follow Instagram. Oke? Update terbaru dari lo bakal gua update di situ. Thank you sekali lagi buat teman-teman. Selamat untuk Portugal dan nice try Turkey. Sampai jumpa di live stream selanjutnya. I love you all. Bye.